For years, Dream had dominated the Minecraft scene behind a glowing green smiley face. A faceless genius with billions of views, anonymous to the point of myth. His voice was familiar, his gameplay iconic, and his mask was untouchable. He built a fandom that thrived on imagination. People drew fan art, wrote theories, obsessed over what he looked like without ever seeing him. Then one day, without warning, the mask came off. The video was titled simply, "Hi, I'm Dream." No music, no fancy effects, just Dream in a blank room looking into the camera. It was human, vulnerable, and real. It instantly went viral. Millions of views in a matter of hours. It trended across YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. But the internet didn't just welcome him, it devoured him. People memed his face, called him ugly, mocked the way he looked, the way he moved, even the lighting in his room. The commentary was brutal. What was supposed to be a reveal turned into a roast. In 2023, Dream quietly deleted the video. No more face cam. The mask returned, and so did the barrier between him and his audience. Dream's face reveal showed the risk of visibility, that for some creators, staying anonymous isn't about mystery, it's about protection. Then there's Beluga. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Beluga's reveal was light, unserious, and entirely on brand. Beluga's rise was meteoric. Short, punchy Discord-themed skits that dominated the algorithm. He gained millions of subscribers within months, using a stick-figure cat as his avatar and never showing his real face. His brand was absurd humor, fast pacing, and zero personal exposure. So when he hit a milestone and dropped a video called Face Reveal, no one knew what to expect. What they got was a teenager in a hoodie, casually walking into frame, smiling at the camera and saying, "Hey guys, it's me." That was it. No theatrics, no build-up, just honesty. It worked because it matched his tone. His audience didn't need drama. They just wanted to see the guy behind the chaos. And that's why the reveal landed. It didn't try to be more than it was. Just a creator meeting his fans with a grin and moving on. The Odd Ones Out did it differently. He wasn't faceless for mystery. He was faceless because he was an animator. And that's just how it works. For years, his marshmallow-like cartoon avatar told stories, cracked jokes, and built one of the most loyal audiences in the platform's animation space. But as the channel grew, so did the desire for a face. It started small with vlog clips, cameos, and behind-the-scenes photos. Then in 2018, James, his real name, appeared fully on camera in a video. Not as a stunt, but just as himself. And the internet didn't freak out, because it didn't feel like a face reveal. It felt like a natural evolution. The Odd Ones Out hadn't hidden behind a mask, he just hadn't needed to step in front of the camera. His fans already knew who he was, the face just made it official. Since then, he's appeared in interviews, documentaries, and even his own Netflix show. Jaiden Animations, another animation powerhouse, took a slower path. For years, Jaiden stayed entirely behind her bird-like avatar, shy, soft-spoken, and fiercely private. Her stories touched on anxiety, perfectionism, and identity, and her audience respected her boundaries. But then came VidCon, then collabs, then a slow trickle of selfies and convention panels. No announcement, no review in all caps, just Jaiden. In 2022, she began appearing in thumbnails and vlogs with other creators, and just like with the Odd Ones Out, the response wasn't shock, it was warmth. She didn't unmask, she just stopped hiding. For a female creator, especially one with a younger audience, showing your face online can come with harassment, objectification, and even stalking. But Jaiden did it on her own terms. She set the pace, and because of that, her reveal didn't feel like a reveal, it felt like trust. Then we have Daily Dose of Internet, a face reveal that wasn't even planned. This is the guy known for calm narration over the most wholesome, weird, and mesmerizing clips on the internet. He's a curator, not a personality. He rarely used I in his videos. His identity was irrelevant, until he accidentally revealed it. In 2020, during an Instagram live, he turned the camera on himself, just for a second, but that was enough. People clipped it, shared it, froze the frame, and it was everywhere. The next day, he posted a photo of himself confirming it. No apology or damage control, just, yep, that's me. And surprisingly, fans loved it. The voice they had associated with their daily serotonin hit now had a face, and it didn't ruin anything. Daily Dose stayed faceless in his main videos, because the content was never about him. But the accidental reveal did make him more human. Next was GeorgeNotFound. George was part of the Dream SMP trio alongside Dream and Sapnap. From the start, he blurred the line between personal and faces. He used facecams sometimes, but in limited doses. His fans had glimpses, but no consistent presence. When Dream did his big reveal in 2022, George was part of the build-up, hyping it, reacting, and celebrating with his friends. Not long after, George went more public with his own image, leaning into facecam, posting selfies, and showing up in more live content. He didn't make a spectacle of it, but because he was associated with Dream, who did make a spectacle, George's reveal was viewed through that same lens. He gained attention, but also scrutiny. Memes, comparisons, and TikToks dissecting his jawline. Still, unlike Dream, George leaned into it. And that choice to not just tolerate visibility but embrace it made the reveal feel powerful instead of fragile. Next we have Skeppy, one of the Minecraft community's loudest voices and sharpest trolls. Skeppy's content was always chaotic. He built entire videos around pranking his friends, torturing players in challenges, and screaming into his mic while parkouring across floating blocks. But through all the noise and memes, one thing stayed constant: his anonymity. For years, fans speculated. Was he shy? Was it a branding move? He never addressed it directly. His avatar, a simple cyan face, became iconic, a stand-in for a personality that always felt larger than life. Then, in 2021, Skeppy finally pulled the curtain back. The face reveal wasn't dramatic or overproduced. It was part of a casual vlog, posted without much fanfare. He just looked into the camera and said, "Yep, this is me." It hit hard, because even though the moment was chill, the impact wasn't. Fans flooded the comments. "You're real. You look exactly how I imagined. Wait, no you don't." There were jokes, edits, fan art. Basically, the internet did what it always does. But Skeppy didn't retreat. He embraced the shift, started showing up in thumbnails, using facecam more freely, letting his real-world personality coexist with the Minecraft chaos. And that worked. The reveal didn't end an era, but expanded it. Now let's rewind to 2016, when Scarce made headlines, not for breaking news, but for becoming it. Scarce was one of YouTube's earliest news channels. Every video was a calm rundown of who got exposed, who tweeted what, and which drama was heating up. He never showed his face. His voice was steady, his avatar plain, and his format predictable. Then one day, without warning, Scarce walked onto the camera. He was standing outside, vlogging in public, face uncovered, acting like it was the most normal thing in the world. The video was simple, low energy, even awkward, but it shook his community. Because unlike gaming creators or animators, Scarce wasn't anonymous for fun. He was anonymous because his job was talking about others. Exposing himself flipped the dynamic. Some praised the move, said it made him more trustworthy. Others cringed at the awkward delivery, but everyone watched. That's the thing about face reveals. They force audiences to recalibrate, to redecide how much they trust someone based on how they look. Scarce leaned into that discomfort and stayed on camera ever since. Pyrocynical played it differently. For years, Pyro was the face's voice of edgy commentary. He built a fanbase with satirical takes, absurdist editing, and a heavy use of ironic detachment. His profile picture was a purple cartoon fox. His identity was locked down. Then, in 2016, he uploaded a video titled Face Reveal. But this wasn't a sincere moment. It was pure parody. He showed a random man, then a dramatic cut, and then someone else. The whole thing was a comedy sketch, mocking the very idea of needing a face reveal to begin with. It was classic Pyrocynical, meta, sarcastic, and self-aware. Eventually, though, he did show his real face, quietly in the background of vlogs on Instagram and in streams. There was no fanfare, no breakdown, just a gradual shift. Because for Pyrocynical, the power wasn't in hiding, it was in mocking the reveal culture. He didn't let the audience dictate the terms. He made them laugh at their own obsession with identity, and that's what made it work. Then there's Jschlatt, a name synonymous with chaos, commentary, and a cursed sense of humor. Jschlatt started as a faceless creator. His earliest videos were memes, edits, and rants with no camera presence, just his voice, his absurd takes, and his signature Jschlatt branding. But over time, things changed. He joined SMP Live and collabed with Wilbur, Tommy Innit, and the rest of the Minecraft meta. His face began appearing in thumbnails, then streams, then full-on vlogs. He didn't drop a face reveal bombshell, he just eased into it, let it happen organically. And because of that, the reveal didn't become a moment, it became a move. Jschlatt's audience didn't just accept his face, they amplified it. The reveal became part of the character, the grumpy uncle of the internet, the guy who would flame you 1 second and drop philosophical wisdom the next. His face wasn't an end to the mystique, it was fuel for it. Then we have Fundy. The Fox-themed Minecraft YouTuber was best known for his coding genius. He created bizarre in-game mods, like Minecraft but everything's upside down, or you morph every minute. And he did it all without ever showing his face. Until 2020, in a video called My First Ever Face Reveal, Fundy showed up on camera, awkward, smiling, and totally himself. The video was short, sweet, and real. He thanked fans, laughed nervously, and read live tweets out loud on camera. And people loved it. Why? Because Fundy wasn't trying to look perfect. He wasn't positioning himself as mysterious or god-tier attractive. He was just some dude, brilliant, goofy, and now visible. It hit especially hard because his entire persona before that was slickly edited and tightly paced. Seeing him stumble through a thank you speech humanized him. And once the face was out, it stayed out. He leaned into it, started doing face cam, meeting fans, and showing up in group content more. Another case where the face reveal didn't end the career, but launched it into the next chapter. And finally, we land on Wilbur Soot. Wilbur's reveal arc is different, because it wasn't really a reveal at all. It was a slow, calculated unmasking. When he first appeared online, it was mostly with his voice, in the form of commentary, music, and behind-the-scenes work. Then his music videos started gaining traction, then his Twitch, and then Dream SMP. He showed his face gradually, in low-resolution thumbnails, in side angles, in quick flashes during streams. By the time people realized what he looked like, it was already normal. Wilbur's face wasn't hidden, it just wasn't the focus. He didn't build suspense, he built familiarity. That's why his transition into mainstream popularity with music, vlogs, and touring didn't jar his audience. They already knew him. The face was just another layer. And perhaps that's the smartest reveal of all. The one where people forget there was ever a mystery in the first place. 12 creators, 12 moments that broke the illusion. What makes a face reveal go viral isn't just the face, it's everything around it. The build-up, the parasocial tension, the months or years of imagining someone based on nothing but voice and pixels. It's the moment of cognitive dissonance when what we see doesn't match what we expected, and the thrill of realizing that it kind of doesn't matter. Face reveals aren't about vanity. They're about control. Think about it. Most of these creators didn't hide their faces because they were ashamed. They hid them because they were crafting something. A persona, a mystery, a distance that allowed viewers to project their own ideas. The moment the camera flips, that power dynamic changes. For Dream, it was about finally meeting the audience on his own terms. For Beluga, it was a punchline. For Jaiden and the Odd Ones Out, it was about comfort and growth. For Fundy and GeorgeNotFound, it was celebration. For Skeppy, it was connection, a bridge between chaos and identity. For Pyrocynical, it was satire. For Scarce, a pivot. For Wilbur and Jschlatt, a natural evolution. And for Daily Dose, it wasn't even intentional. 12 different reveals, 12 different outcomes, one shared thread. The face is never just a face. It's a cultural event, a psychological shift, a reminder that YouTube isn't TV. It's personal, intimate, built on a strange one-way relationship where we feel like we know these people. But when the face appears, we're reminded that we don't. Not really. And maybe that's why face reveals still hit so hard, even now in 2025, when so many creators are born with a ring light in one hand and a camera in the other. Because for all the oversharing, the live streaming, the TikTok filters and thumbnail close-ups, mystery still works. A blank avatar still fuels speculation. A hidden face still gets people talking. A reveal, no matter how casual, still goes viral. Not because it's rare, but because it feels big. Like an invisible wall just shattered. And for those watching at home, that moment, it still feels like being let in. So whether you were there when Dream showed his face for the first time, or you're still waiting on Corp's husband to make the jump, one thing is clear. As long as creators keep hiding their faces, we'll keep watching for the moment they don't. Because sometimes, in the age of endless visibility, a single glimpse still says more than 1,000 uploads ever could. Who's the one faceless creator you're still waiting to see? Drop it in the comments below, and thanks for watching.